Putin's crazy smart, but actually he's never seen, he's never found, right, an articulation of a noble grammar of value in which he can participate, because we haven't articulated it, right? Right? We live nobly. The Ukrainians are reminding us that we're noble. Wow. We owe them everything. We have to give them everything. But here's the thing. Putin wants to be noble also. And this lifetime, he's probably not going to get there. And probably the moral obligation of this moment is to remove Putin from power in every way possible. Putin's critiques of the West are in large measure correct, but his response is a mythic evil, right? What Putin's done is he's reminded the West that it stands for value. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's critical. We've been able to create the fastest political, geopolitical, realpolitik coherence in the history of the world in 2 weeks because we were rallied to the outrage against the violation of value. That's huge. Now what we have to do is embrace value as real. Okay? And value as real means evolving value, that we participate in its evolution, but it's also intrinsic to cosmos. It evolves from the intrinsic nature of what cosmos is. That's a big deal. And here's the thing, my friends. In his deepest heart of hearts, Putin knows this also. So does she in China, right? It's not true that Putin is heartless. He's not, right? He's cruel, he's vicious, he's willing to cause untold death and destruction, right? And ripping bodies apart, quite literally, of men, women, and children in order to accomplish, right, his vogue, pure, noble Russia desecration of value. But inside his heart, just look at the guy, he knows the value is real. But no one's ever been able to break through in the West and meet Putin and articulate together with him a shared story of value. That's the thing. Whose job is it to actually turn to Putin, right, and take him out of Dugin's thinking and take him out of the thinking of the kind of far-right Christian, xenophobic Christian, not in the best sense of Christian, in the tragic sense of Christian, right? A kind of far-right Christian nationalist, racial superiority, right? Biocosmic Russians, right? No. Who's going to take him out of that, right? Putin's crazy smart, but actually he's never seen, he's never found, right, an articulation of a noble grammar of value in which he can participate, because we haven't articulated it, right? Right? We live nobly. The Ukrainians are reminding us that we're noble. Wow. We owe them everything. We have to give them everything. But here's the thing. Putin wants to be noble also. And this lifetime, he's probably not going to get there. And probably the moral obligation of this moment is to remove Putin from power in every way possible. But there's many more Putins coming. And we have to meet them with a noble vision of inherent evolving value. And our commitment here together at the Center for Integral Wisdom is to lay everything on the line. Everything. Not to have a lot of, clicks, not to participate, in all the public debates, right? We actually want to keep our nose to the grindstone until we've got it and we're close now. We're trying to work through every issue philosophically, morally, psychologically, existentially, politically, to be able to articulate literally this new universal grammar of value and to share it with the world. That would create a real United Nations, right? Not torn apart, right, through all of the the fractures of realpolitik, but a real United Nations that rallies around a shared vision of value. And when that shared vision of value is strong and it's powerful, right, and it's well worked out, and it's easily explainable to anyone, and yet profoundly deep, right, in the Dostoevsky sense, right, then it's going to be the strange attractor that actually brings the entire Chinese people and all the Russian people and all the people in the United States and all the people in France and all the people in all the parts of Eurasia and Africa and South America, right? Value is attractive. Value is alluring, right? Value coheres us. We desperately need, as a world, a new coherence, right? We cannot be in a situation where we have to watch Zelensky, right? Zelensky, God forbid, may he live till 120, potentially die. We have to not be able to intervene, because if we intervene, it's going to be NATO, United States against Russia, or Russia, China, and that will activate, right, nuclear. We need a voice of clarity in the world, which is not unipolar United States, where we move into actually a new world order, right, based on universal grammar of value. That's where history is going. That's where history must go. And if there's anything that COVID, together with Ukraine, have taught us, they've taught us is it's not too big to fail, right? And value and story are at the center. And it's not local, but it's got to be a universal grammar of value. The good, the true, and the beautiful. Love is real.